Hey guys, Jess here with Key Tarot. I'm going to do a real quick general reading. This is not zodiac sign specific. It might be your story today, it might not be, but let us say a quick blessing and we'll find out what's going on out there, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty, we are going to start off with this traditional Rider-Waite. Find out what's going on out there. Happy Monday. Off to the races, right? I got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's ready to start talking about something. This is somebody who has unblocked someone, perhaps. That's like the Eight of Swords can be, in the nowadays times, can be the energy of digital blocking or something like that. It's somebody who's putting themselves into an energy of restriction. This is somebody who says, I can't see you and you can't see me, sort of thing. Whenever we have it in the reverse, this is someone who has opened a door of communication, or they're ready to. I have the Star card here. There's been a lot of change, and there's also like this renewal of hope for some kind of relationship here. This could be someone you were on the outs with. This could be someone that you'd had an argument with in some way. There's an energy of peace that's being restored here, and there's also this energy of understanding that that this is meant to be fixed. Good. I have the Ten of Swords that comes out, ooh, right in the back. This is interesting. So the Ten of Swords is the energy of, it's the minor arcana of the Death card for me. It can indicate a breakup. It can indicate an on-again, off-again relationship. It does feel like maybe that's what the situation was. Maybe you had some kind of wicked argument with this person or something. There was just kind of this something that was kind of left hanging, unfinished business. Perhaps it's unfinished business, and maybe this is time to, let's find out. I got the Six of Cups in reverse. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, so the Six of Cups in the reverse is like, it's a soulmate card, right? It's one of the soulmate cards in the deck. It's a friendship. It can be, it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership, but it can be. This would be someone that you knew very well, or someone that you know, you'd grown up with, or someone that you were quite close to in some way. Could be a past life love, someone that you just you know, it hurt you whenever, oh, when this happened. We have the Five of Swords. Brutal. Whatever happened between the two of you, there were words that were crossed, or it could have been the energy of gossip around you. There was definitely someone who needed to be right in this situation. They're recognizing that now. Oh, there was somebody's had a change of heart here. I've got the Hierophant card here. That's the card of Taurus. It's a card of marriage. It's a card of traditional values and commitment. This could be a spouse or something, someone that, oh gosh, somebody who's been through quite a lot. We got a lot of swords here, and none of them are in a great way. There were an awful lot of words exchanged here or something. There were a lot of, Nine of Wands. That's our Wounded Warrior card. I mean, it really is somebody who's put up a lot of walls and boundaries around themselves. Walls and boundaries. We got walls and boundaries. Like, this is somebody who is ready to start talking, though, because we have these, this one came out in the reverse. This one came out on its side. This tells me it's kind of up to you to open this doorway of communication. I don't know if this person that you had kind of restricted yourself from, I don't know what the situation was, but it didn't look like it was great, and it feels like both people involved here are not happy about the situation. Nobody really feels like they got anything out of the separation. It's time to open up a doorway of communication. I've got the Seven of Swords. Oh, guys. All right, well, the Seven of Swords is someone who's known for not telling the truth in a situation. There's someone who, they get a pretty bad rap for being kind of like the lying liar who lies. Somebody who wants to get away with something. Someone who hasn't been telling the truth in a situation. Golly. Gnarly. And I got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I mean, this is a lot of stress. Okay, the Nine of Swords is, it is exactly stress. It's anxiety, it's sleepless nights, it's tossing and turning. This is someone who, it's keeping them up at night. Jeez, kiddos. Alrighty, well, let's find out how this is going to get better. I would love that for you, right? This feels like, it really does feel like somebody who's saying, you know what, we can just come together and we can talk about this and we can grow up about this. There was some level of immaturity here on both sides, but it does feel like there's an energy of someone who hasn't been telling the truth about some situation. It's in a major commitment. This could be an on again, off again sort of relationship, something like that, something that, I don't know, you guys have been in restriction for a while. Again, it's that procrastination of talking about something here. In the meantime, we've had someone who's collected a lot of boundaries, walls, and I'm not saying that's not healthy, because the thing about the wounded warrior is he puts up the walls around him for a reason. It's because he's been damaged in the past. He has experienced this. And with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who... They can't take it anymore. They're stressed out. They don't want to deal. They just want it. They want it fixed. They want the problem fixed. They want the truth to come out. They just want it solved. They want to talk honestly about something. I think I got the Judgment card that comes out on its side, which is kind of like this wake-up call. It's a resurrection energy. There's a lot of change and transformation that's happened for both of these individuals in this time of separation, this time of, I have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's someone here who needs to be exposed to some clarity of truth from another person. There's somebody who says, you know, you kind of need to hear my perspective in this situation before you make this judgment call. I think it's that we need to discuss this before. I think it's just time. I've got the Lovers in the reverse. Again, another one of our soulmate cards. So this might be a love relationship. Might be a really important love relationship to you. This Lovers in the reverse is the card of Gemini, but it's somebody who's had to make a choice about who they spend their time with, who they give their heart to, something like that. It feels like a finite choice in love, you know, and it feels like it's an energy of, well, that's just it. It's having to make a choice about someone. If I choose you, then that's it. If I don't choose you, then that's it. I've got the Chariot, which is a card of change and forward movement. There's somebody who gets themselves unstuck out of this. They're unstuck now. It's like I'm seeing somebody like push a tire out of a big mud puddle, finally able to move on, finally able to move forward in some way. It's kind of hurting. It's kind of hurting. It does really pull at my heartstrings. It really does. For whoever this is, I've got the Strength card that comes out and the Eight of Swords again. Strength card is the card of Leo, and it's this feeling of once this all comes out, once you start talking about this, once you get down the truth that comes out, and once we kind of move on from this, it feels like this person, there's a major sigh of relief, like this major weight is removed from someone's chest in some way, and there's a lot of the strength that just is restored to them. Whatever this situation was that was keeping this person up at night, it was draining them. It was draining them significantly. So this Eight of Swords again coming out, this is somebody who says it's time to start talking. I'm going to open up the gates and allow somebody to come in. So whoever, and I'm wondering like, how's that going to go from here? Let me just find out, because I think it would be good to know, right? Like, honest communication can never hurt anything, right? And we got the Seven of Swords on top of the Seven of Swords. This is somebody who's still afraid that they're not going to get the truth out of this person. This is somebody who's still nervous about it. And honestly, it feels almost like this person's expecting this person to behave the same way they always have, you know? And that's why we have those walls. This person, it feels almost like they need to chase down the truth from this person. Oh, and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's not giving fairly or equally. And it feels like this is what you're expecting from this person. And I have the Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Basically, and these are the words that I'm hearing. It says that somebody, you know, like if these two individuals would simply put their egos aside and listen to one another's perspectives honestly, and if these two individuals can come together honestly and openly and create an atmosphere where people feel like they can speak the truth, speak their truths, then there is the potential for being on the same page again. I don't know if it would be getting back together energy, but it would be people who could work together again in some way, or they could function better. The relationship could come back together to begin a process of healing, is kind of what it feels like. And it feels like these two individuals are ready to do that. But there is still this fearful energy of mistrust, and it just feels like a lot of boundaries. But you know, boundaries can be healthy as long as we're willing to accept other people's. And like I said, creating an atmosphere of trust where people feel like they can tell the truth about how they're feeling, because that Seven of Swords coming out there twice like that is somebody who feels like they're always chasing down the truth, or they feel like they're never getting the truth, or they're having to always run after the truth, you know. But this is truly a soulmate relationship, and these relationships, they don't have to last forever, but they are learning lessons for us because they're of significance. They're relationships of significance. But it has been an awful lot of restriction. I'm just showing you all these repeat cards you have. And when you guys give me repeat cards like this, it just tells me that your energy is very clear about this. Like these are significant to you. This Eight of Swords is someone who really has been keeping themselves separated from this other person's energy, not allowing them in, not talking much at all. And it really does feel like it's created an atmosphere of just pain and stress, anxiety, that kind of thing. And it feels like it's time for a change, and it feels like there's a change of direction. It feels like there's a resurgence of strength after we open up the doorways of communication here. And there's a lot of understanding that comes from this communication and this conversation. But again, it does mean that we have to relax some of those trigger points and those walls. And with this Seven of Swords, whoever you feel hasn't been telling the truth in this situation, there's a lot of reasons why people don't tell the truth. It's usually because it comes from a place of fear. They're afraid of upsetting someone, they're afraid of hurting someone, they're afraid of getting in trouble, they're afraid of admitting the truth, they're afraid of how they're going to look in another person's eyes. And so if you can create an energy of unconditional love here, where you say, you know, I'm happy to hear your truth, doesn't mean you necessarily have to come back together with them, but it can be a conversation that fosters growth no matter what. All right, you guys had a good reading today. There's just an awful lot of change that's coming for whoever this resonates with. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow, and have a happy Monday.